Yay, you're flying too high. I'm on a mission from God. I must say the things. What things? The things. What has Ye been singing in answer to Eliot and his distress at the breakdown of our language?
Mm.
You were supposed to do your homework and pick us a few things to
I
play with
did.
you.
I picked something which I'm going
Okay.
to pull up now because I thought it was appropriate. Because I'm going to stay on my gold digging theme. And Ye knows about it, wrote a song
Hey,
about him.
that's why he's wearing that mink coat.
Yeah. Well, so the we have like the problem of maritime identity, imperial power on the search for resources for colonies and everything. But I think he was dealing with it on a different level. So the opening is this opening of with Glee Bassie, and she's saying diamonds are forever, they won't leave in the night, I've no fear that they might desert me. So we're getting to the what was the English neurosis, and the neurosis of people dealing with English, that commercial imperialism without the mythological foundations of the identity, searching for something that's not going to disappear like everything else disappears, being that when you're maritime things disappear. So he close your eyes and imagine, feel the magic, Vegas on acid, seen through Yves Saint Laurent glasses. We're getting immediately in understanding of magic, of like a casino environment, that it's commerce and magic. To me, this was like the most appropriate image of English that you could conjure in like 2 lines. Seen through Yves Saint Laurent glasses, like quotation of the foreign. You know, you're not even looking out of a native frame of vision. You're looking through something that you bought from.
Right.
So he goes on, and I've realized that I've arrived because it takes more than a magazine to kill my vibe. Does he rhyme rhymes? So sort of, I think, that mean I forgot better shit than you ever thought up. So, damn, he really that caught up. Our classics, do my name get brought up? So like this is a kind of like really hyper conscious awareness that he's engaged in his coronation of realm, you know, engaged in magic for commerce, and the language is this kind of like superpower. You know, the language is the magic.
Right.
And then he continues on about the, you know, reflecting on how he before, and then he made his money through his manipulation of English. It keeps going to the second verse. I was sick about awards, couldn't nobody kill me. So talking of only player that got robbed but kept all his jewelry. Alicia Keys tried to talk some sense to them. 30 minutes later, there seems no convincing them. What more could you ask for? The international, who complain about what is owed and throw a tantrum like he's 3 years old. You gotta love it though, someone still speaks from their soul, his soul. Changed by the change, or the game, or the fame. When he came in the game, he made his own lane. Now all I need is y'all to pronounce my name. So like, in contrast to like, this is, to me, this is like just a conscious awareness that this is industrial poetry, you know? It's industrial poetry. And the idea is that it's not for spiritual formation. It's a commercial kind of mercantile experience. English as mercantile gets reflected in English art, which is what hip hop is. It's like this is an art for worship of God. You know, this is an art to find ourselves in God. It's art to find ourselves in recognition, fame, wealth. So he goes on later on. My father Ben said, "I need Jesus." So then he pivots to the spiritual, which is God. You know, he's gone from incredibly secular, saying his father says he took me to church and let the water wash over my Caesar, his head. The preacher said we need leaders. Right then, my body got still like a paraplegic. You know who you can call, you gotta best believe it. The rocks stand tall, you would never believe it. Take your diamonds and throw them up like you're bulimic. Yeah, the beat cold, the flow is anemic. They're like, in the clip to this particular track, he's got the contrast of luxury against the church and he's showing an altar. So there's this magic in a language that's magic for commerce and crying out for the sacred inside that. And then having very, very little way of escape, like the English of modernity foundation. I can't find it. I can't feel it when I speak this language, which is why I was saying I don't like English. I can't feel where I'm grounded on when I'm speaking this. And if I'm in others, I can kind of, I get more of a sense of having some frame that isn't constantly shifting and being pushed and having these enormous, immeasurable environmental influences on it. You know, like it's kind of like the language is subject to the elements that we're not of, unless you're someone who deals in the manipulation of the elements. You know, it's like you have to be a magician in order to influence English. So, the potential of this tongue to just continue to pull you into is so strong. I don't know if this is making sense.
It does, because the four quartets, right? I haven't said what they were. Bert Norton, East Coker, the Dry Salvages. I'm not sure how to say that. It's supposed to rhyme with the Swages, the Dry Salvages, and Little Gidding. They're apparently places in like the Dry Salvages. That's where the section on Mary. I think there's a lighthouse off this. Apparently, they're meant to be the four elements. Apparently, I mean, it's like when you read them, it's like they're earth, air, water, fire, I guess. Very material, right? I've been reading the sections that are about words breaking and things like that, but they're also evocative in this, little Bert Norton's in a garden, and then the Dry Salvages are, on this coastline. And what's funny is it slips away from me exactly what they're supposed to be, but they're meant to be elemental, apparently, or maybe not, right? They're about time and things like that. So when you're talking about this language that we have, the so commercial, that's why it's so pigeoned, because it's been flattened out by all of the trading that's happened in it. It was nothing, it's like it's a trader's language, the nation of shopkeepers. Well, yeah, we've got this language of shopkeeping and trade. But also, as you're talking, saying this is the magic, this wants to be the alchemical language of transformation of the material world. Yeah. Absolutely.
Transformation of the material world at all costs. Because the other thing is, the whole idea of Ye's is that he's talking about diamonds of Sierra Leone, which is connected to the blood diamond, right? Has everybody digging for these cold, lifeless rocks,
right?
At all costs. It's like it's the talisman of status and social ascendancy in this English world. The diamond.
Yes.
Yes. They are dead things. They're cold. They're lifeless. They're being mined by people which are consumed by the trade. So it's like you've got this dilemma of, do I become a magician and play in the kingdom, and do I try and influence the language? Yes, okay, so I can do this.
Right.
But what the Magic Kingdom is going to give you, you're encouraged to do this, but as long as you're perpetuating the cult of those talismans, you have to be this cult that tells everybody that the fetish item is the thing that is to be like sought out, if this makes sense. So like the very English colonial exchange system, which says everything is going to be fine, machine, as long as it stands that this is the particular currency of the machine. This is the fetish item. This is the particular cult we're practicing right now, which is digging for these rocks. It's all about those rocks. That's the principal cult, which it's gold digging. So it's like diamonds are forever. Everyone's searching for something that's forever. Everyone within this English system is searching for something that is not going to degrade and disappear.
Mm.
And instead of it being it's a dead rock, we're essentially idolaters, but we don't realize it. It's interesting.
Our juxtaposition is actually working magnificently, right? Because the four quartets are all about recognizing our life in time, and the music in time, and the need to have that fire in us, and instead we're ending up in this dead thing.
Yeah, the loveless language. I'm tripping Saint Laurent song. That's what we've just done.
We've just been tripping in Vegas with the Saint Laurent song. Here we go. What we call the beginning is often the end. And to make an end is to make a beginning. The end is where we start from. And every phrase and sentence that is right, where every word is at home, taking its place to support the others, the word neither diffident nor ostentatious, an easy commerce of the old and the new, the common word exact without vulgarity, the formal word precise but not pedantic, the complete consort dancing together. Every phrase and every sentence is an end and a beginning. Every poem is an epitaph. Every poem an epitaph. And any action is a step to the block, to the fire, down the sea's throat, or to an ineligible stone. And that is where we start. We die with the dying. See, they depart and we go with them. We are born with the dead. See, they return and bring us with them. The moment of the rose and the moment of the yew tree are of equal duration. A people without history is not redeemed from time, for history is a pattern of timeless moments. So while the light fails on a winter's afternoon in a secluded chapel, history is now and England.